I want to show you an example of evil on earth. Just a quick one. Example of evil on earth. This is from Fox News. There is a 45-foot statue of a new woman. It's the newest and tallest residence of San Francisco. It's some plaza up there. I don't know what that is. Let me go ask. I'll be right back. What? What was that plaza? Why are you waiting so long to tell me? What? What? Oh. So it's at this plaza up there in San Francisco. This is evil on earth. This is just one example, though. The artwork titled Our Evolution was meant to represent strength and compassion. Watch this from Fox News.
Yeah, a lot of people out here. She's standing tall and proud, towering over locals and tourists alike, a testament to what the artist tells me is female strength. She's a 45-foot tall sculpture of a naked woman at Embarcadero Plaza in San Francisco. The artist, Marco Cochran of Petaluma, says the statue symbolizes feminine strength, presence, and liberation. 16 internal motors allow her chest to move, and at night she glows. The statue is made of 55,000 welds. It was originally supposed to be at Union Square, but that location was scrapped because the statue is too heavy for the square's tiles. Cochran built her on Treasure Island and used cranes to help lift her into place. The art's called Revolution and stands at the foot of Market Street across from the Ferry Building. In the hours before its official unveiling, we saw tourists, locals, and looky-loos all taking a look. We spoke to Cochran and some women at the plaza to get their reaction.
Just not doing anything, just being present, just breathing. And I think it's a really powerful thing for someone to be able to just be. It's possible for women's bodies to not be sexy. We have a tendency to always sexualize them.
Female excellence. Woman power. Girl power. Go, ladies. You're really representing yourselves. I'm proud of you. You're so strong. Is she white or black?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out if she had good hair or not.
No, I was trying to look at that hair too, but it looked like maybe a little Indian hair. I don't know. Maybe she's all color except white.
It was all short.
Another new clip with response from the local resident, hoping the statue will draw more foot traffic and boost the economy. Watch this from NBC Bay Area.
I thought we could play it, honestly, but we're right on it.
Oh, okay. Let me take a quick break. I'll come back with that. Women power, women excellent. Celebrating the female. Women, you're so strong. I'm so proud of you. I don't know which I like best. Black excellent or female excellent? 888, what y'all think about this, ladies? So I want to know, ladies, men and women, which statue you prefer? George Floyd? Oh, Lord, not George. Or this one right here. Here's another news clip with a response from a local resident, hoping the statue will draw more foot traffic and boost the economy. Watch this.
For an hour a day, her chest simulates breathing, and at night, she's illuminated. She was unveiled in a free community event before hundreds of onlookers just outside the Ferry Building.
And when we came out of the Ferry Building, off the ferry, we walked through the center door directly into the clock tower. My breath caught in my throat. She's standing between the buildings. It was beautiful.
You can dance, you can just stand here and look at the statue, or we can just make new friends.
She was built on Treasure Island by Petaluma artist Marco Cochran and first debuted at Burning Man in 2015.
When we first talked, think about, let's bring goddess energy into the world.
And as for who's paying for it, it's sponsored and funded by the Sabrandi Foundation and will stay here for the next 6 months to a year.
Music, people, art,
That's what cities are supposed to be about, and that's what we need to bring back.
The city, which is trying to revive activity downtown after pandemic lulls, is hoping this art draws more foot traffic and boosts the economy.
It's coming up, but it's not back yet, so we need more things like this, yeah.
Woe unto the man or the woman who call good evil, evil good. And the women complain that their bodies are always something, that everybody uses their body as something, sexualized or whatever. But all they ever do is, wasn't it?
Objectify?
Yeah, objectify their body. All they ever do is objectify their own body. Whatever that means. Either you want to be objectified or you don't. If that ain't objectified, I don't know what's going to objectify you. George Floyd statue or that statue? Oh, Lord, not George, Lord. Hell on earth is right here. And it's everywhere. It's in the air, it's everywhere. The way human beings treat one another. The things that human beings do to themselves and then to others, because the way they treat themselves is what they're doing to others. Really? It started with you first. What you put out, 100% come back on you. As you're trying to objectify somebody else, you're being objectified, whatever that means. As you're hating, you're being hated. You're burning. As you're gossiping, you're being gossiped about. And you're burning on the inside. One last quick thing for now. I hear that I thought it was like a commercial or maybe a movie or something that was in the making. Evidently, from CBS News, they're sending some women to outer space somewhere. I don't know if this is real or not. I think it's a joke. I'm pretty sure it's a joke because it has no meaning. It's either an advance advertisement for a movie or a joke like the statue there in San Francisco. I'm not sure which one it is, but I don't believe it's real. But I want to show it to you anyway. It's Female Monday. They apparently said they are sending women into outer space. That's me, I think. What are they going to do up there? Talk about their monthly cycles? How to make that work? I don't know. I'm just wondering. But I think it's a joke. Did you hear about this, Nick?
I did.
Is it a joke or is it real?
I don't think it's a joke.
Well, what's the purpose?
So you gotta have an all-female crew in space. You just gotta.
Why?
Except it's not an all-female crew. I think, isn't it? So it's 6 females.
It's in a makeup advertisement or something?
Actually. Yeah.
Or is it a Bible study class? A female Bible study class?
In space. Keep it up there. You can have it in space.
This is from CBS. Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, and 4 other women will blast off into space Monday for 11 minutes trip into space. Watch this from CBS News.
Tomorrow, CBS Mornings co-host Gayle King will be making history, traveling in an all-woman crew into space. Mark Strassman has a preview.
In Blue Origin's training capsule, CBS's Gayle King got a sense of tomorrow's thrill ride, a trip 62 miles straight up to the edge of space.
And I realize this is so much bigger than just a fun trip. What it represents to young women, to girls, what they're trying to do on space in terms of, looking at the planet in another way.
Space tourism, civilian astronauts took off 4 years ago. 3 space companies, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, and SpaceX, have rocketed more than 120 people into space, including billionaire Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin's founder, in 2021.
Did this moment motivate you to push deeper into the cosmos?
Hell yes. We have to build a road to space. This suborbital tourism mission is about practicing.
What are we doing? We're going to space. Are we going to space?
Bezos' fiancée, Lauren Sanchez, put together Monday's all-female crew. 6 accomplished women, including King, pop star Katy Perry, 2 scientists, and a filmmaker. Their 11-minute round-trip adventure will include roughly 3 minutes of weightlessness, floating in the capsule, looking out a window onto the world below.
Y'all can leave. Is it a joke?
No, I'm somewhat familiar now. See, it's not like the actual, like you go out to space, you put out the space, like they're going to the edge of the atmosphere. And so it is cool. Like you're going pretty darn far, like really far. But you just kind of go up. It's what's it called? You just kind of go up and you come back down.
Oh, it's like being at Magic Mountain and getting on one of those tall rides, and you go up and come back down like that.
More like that, but way more expensive, and could be a lot more dangerous. But you know, some rich people did this trip on Blue Origin. I forget who it was, but they didn't give it this like air of importance and like we're doing something so important.
Jeff Bezos girl are making him do this.
I'm thinking it's a little bit of a vanity project.
Yeah. Is it? It may be a joke. Lead Gail King up there, by the way. Gail King, whatever her name is.
Yeah, the people they picked.
Yeah, it's horrible. But I think it's a joke.
And they are promoting the space tourism thing, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I bet you what is happening, and I'm saving my money so I can be on one of those spaceships and go up there buy some land. I believe. But they shouldn't be taking some blacks on the ship with them. James Freed. You try to find another place to live, white people. You can't be letting the black people know. What the? Wait until you get there, establish the land, and then you sell it all, and then you have control. So I'm going to buy me some land up there in space before the white people make it too expensive. And then, because I ain't going to stay here if the white people ain't going to. I think that's what they're secretly doing. Figuring out a way how to go live somewhere else. And so this thing about sending these women up there, it just get me attention that there's some land out there. 888-7753-773. Then we go to Marco. Hopefully this will work. Marco's out of New Hampshire. Marco, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
How you doing, Jeffrey?
All is well, Marcos.
Great. Yeah, so I've been doing the silent prayer, right?
Uh-huh.
And I keep running into the same issue. And I've had this issue before. It's happening again. So the issue is, I realize I'm trying to rest. It feels like I'm wrestling with my awareness to try to force it into being aware with the head and the face and the arms. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it feels like it's not the right way. I know it's not the right way because when I do it right, it don't feel like there's any effort.
So why not do it right? Because you're right about that.
My first instinct is to keep forcing it. And I keep going back and forth.
But why go with the instinct when you know the right way to do it? Why do you keep fighting with going back and forth? Why don't you just do it right?
It's a good point. And
no, that was a question.
Yeah. My answer to that would be that I guess I don't trust that that's always going to work all the time. And I don't know why that would be, because when it happens, right? Maybe I think, you know what? this is bringing me to a deeper point, which is that one, typically I find that I don't trust what I know, and I do things, and it don't make sense because I'm acting like I don't already know. But then also that I feel like I have like an addiction to force, to using, like, getting my way with force. That's got to be the answer, yeah.
And so what you do, now that you understand it, when when the temptation comes by way of thought, when the temptation comes to try to force it and all that, just notice it. Don't try to not force it, and don't try to force it. It's enough to see that you're trying to force it, and it would change itself. It really will change. And then just relax and watch the thoughts in the way you're watching a movie, and when you're tempted, because that's what it is, a temptation, to try to force it, just see that you've been tempted, and don't call it you, because it's not you, and eventually that will disappear. You will never have to be concerned about it again.
Okay. So it's a temptation.
Yeah, it's enough to just see it and don't do anything about it. Because if you see it and then you try to stop it, all you're doing is giving it life.
Right. That makes sense. Another thing, ever since forgiving the mother and my mother and my little brother so far are the siblings that reached out. I haven't responded to them. I don't plan on responding to them. But periodically, it pops up in my mind, like, is this right to just cold turkey, like, stop talking to them? What do you think?
And what made you stop talking to them?
My mom built a sibling army, and she started telling them about everything.
Oh, I
about
see.
leaking the conversations that me and her were having. She built a sibling army, and then
oh no,
they
you've
all
done the right thing. Your enemies are in your families. Your mother will build an army. Your brother will build an army. Unless they were working on themselves, they will build an army against you. And if that has happened, you're doing the right thing by staying away from them. You got to stay away from evil in your imagination and evil inside of. I know we got to work with people. But be aware that anyone that has anger is evil, and that they're subject to snap at any moment. You cannot trust an angry person. It doesn't matter how they smile and what they do. And so, no, you let it go. Just don't be angry at them. They cannot see.
Okay.
And if it's popping up in your head, oh, did I do the right thing? All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then the last thing would be to develop on that. I've been feeling great. I really have. And I would say one of my finishing touch on this whole process in my life,
yeah,
the finishing touch is going to be me as a man walking my own path confidently without looking at other men such as yourself for the answers. Like, I want to provide my own answers. And I feel like I've always had this temptation to seek other men's answers, even though I may already know the answer myself. I'm just not trusting.
I promise you, that will happen naturally, because what's going to happen if you stay with this and you stay with it and you stay with it, eventually you're going to overcome the illusionary self, the false self. You're not your thoughts, you're not your feelings and all that crap. You will overcome that, and the real you will come forth. You will remember who you really are, and you're going to see that the real you already know the truth. The real you is one with God. The real you have no questions about life. The real you have no doubt, no worries, no insecurity. The real you is at perfect peace. The real you is without sin. Your real you have never done anything in your whole life wrong or right. The real you is at perfect peace. And all your questions will be given unto you when you return to the real you. And that will happen, that will happen, that will happen when you overcome the false self. It's the false self that is lost and evil and without answers. But the real you have all the answers, and you're found, you just don't know it because you forgot about the real you.
Yeah, I like that.
So be patient.
Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome, buddy. That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
888-77-53773. A first-time caller out of Virginia. William, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, William.
Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
Hey, William. Can you hear me?
I'm driving, but I'll pull over as soon as I can.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me good?
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. First, I want to say, I'm sorry?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay. I want to say thank you so much for, all that you do. You have really encouraged me. You really encouraged me, man, just to get out of my head. And I can't believe how many men and women are going through the same thing that I'm going through.
Yep.
With my mother.
Yep. Every human being, William, every human being going through the same thing with their mothers, and they're yearning for the fathers, but they're calling it something else instead of what it is, and that's why they are not overcoming.
Yeah. And I've been saying, practicing, thinking all thoughts are all lies all the time, and it's true. It's so true. You have really woke me up, and I haven't been listening to you very long, probably 2 or 3 months. I've watched a lot of your videos, and you really encouraged me, and for one reason is because, can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Do you have a cleft palate?
I do. Amazing.
Yeah. And a cleft lip, too?
Yeah.
I do, too. I have a cleft lip and a cleft palate.
Nice.
So,
how do you feel about yours?
I struggle, man. I struggle. You have helped me a lot. Because I started believing. I started believing the lies.
When you say you struggle, what do you
mean?
Repeat that.
I'm sorry.
When you say you struggle, in what way are you struggling?
Like, I guess, walking out in public, because my nose doesn't really look as good as yours. Mine's kind of flat on one side, or it is flat on one side. Really, it's crooked. And, I don't fit in, I guess. I don't know. When I was younger, I drank a lot, smoked weed, so I just drank it away. And once I sobered up, I realized how evil the world is, really. You know, I haven't done no alcohol or nothing in like 10 years, so it's been a long time. But
and so, if you had a perfectly straight nose like a white person, you would still not fit in.
Right.
There are people with perfect bodies and nose and everything, and they still don't fit in. They're still lost.
Right.
Has that held you back in life? For some reason, my mic went out over
Yeah,
my headset.
a lot. And it's held me back because I'll back out of stuff because I'm already judging it. I already think I know what they're going to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't. And a lot of times I may be right, but you know, like you say, not all, but most. You know. So, you know, I don't know, Jesse. You give me a lot of encouragement, man. I tell you that.
William, are you able to hold on?
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to take a break. Hold on.
Oh.
So listen, I want to go quickly back to William, my first time call out of Virginia. And I saw like Williams driving in a car there, so I had to put him on hold there. William, are you in a car, you said?
Yeah, but I stopped. I pulled over.
Oh, okay. And so you were born with a cleft lip and all that?
Yeah, cleft palate, cleft lip. Yeah.
And what was it like for you growing up with that?
I got picked on a lot, and I got in a lot of fights. Really. You know, I got in a lot of fights, and it's like it just followed me around. You know, for the most part, I just like I don't. At the end of the day, I really don't care. You know what people think of me, but it's like everywhere I go, man. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. But I do struggle with that. I struggle with that, and
But you just said you didn't care what people thought.
Like. Not really. I don't care what they think. It's just
what you struggle with.
It kind of contradicts itself, but
yeah. What do you struggle with? If you don't care what people think, what do you mean by you're struggling?
I guess it's just, I'm just in my head about it. I just
100%.
Sitting here thinking about it, I just realized how beta I am for real. You know, I done took on my mother's emotions, and I done been around her so long, and I done become like what I hate.
100%.
You know.
Did you have a problem dating and stuff like that growing up?
No, I got 4 kids. I have 4 kids with two different women, and I've been married twice.
Oh, okay. When I was in school as a kid, and I had that, the kids sometimes teased me about it, but it was understood that the reason I had the cleft lip and stuff because I have blue eyes, and then I had the cleft lip. It was known that I had white blood in me, and so they just blame it on the white people.
Yeah. Everything.
They like, you got white blood in you, so I'm like, right on. But
man, I'm gonna tell you, I love your show, man, Jesse. You've really helped me get out of my head.
Nice. Well, you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And here's what I recommend concerning the body. I want you to know you are not your body, and so the body is just dirt. It's nothing but dirt, and don't let whatever affliction or whatever you see going on with the body affect your life because it is not you.
Right.
So
I want to say this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Let every thought about you go. None of them are true.
Right. Yeah, I'm just now realizing that. I'm 49. I'll be 50 this year. And I'm just now realizing that. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, but better now than before you die. So fine. Well, however long it took, the fact that you can see it now, that's all matters.
Yeah. And you've opened my eyes to my mother, too. You know, she's really an angry, bitter, spiteful woman, man. She's really...
Yeah.
She was there for me when I was a kid, and I guess I didn't see it then, but she's always been like that, looking back.
And have you gone and forgiven her yet?
I have. After I listened to your show, because of you, I did.
And how did it go?
And it was hard. It was hard to do.
And why?
Because I know that she's going to get mad. She's going to get mad if I say I'm sorry for everything I've said and done, and I forgive you for everything you said and done. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What have I done? You know, I knew it would be. She would just blow it up, blow something out of nothing.
And did you forgive your father for not protecting you from her?
Yeah, I forgive him. Yeah.
No.
I don't know if I've told him that.
And why not?
But I do forgive him. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't.
You got to go forgive your father. Well, I do want to tell you this, that most adult men and women do not hate their fathers. They yearn for their fathers. They want their father. They don't hate the fathers. And those who do say, oh, I hate my father, they're only hating their fathers with their mother's hatred. And they think that because they have identified with mama, they think that it's their hatred, and it's not. But I would still go and have a conversation with him. It's going to be amazing for you.
Yeah. And, you know, she's ruined the relationship me and my dad had. My mother's completely ruined it.
All mothers, it doesn't matter the color, it doesn't matter the financial status or whatever, all mothers resent the fathers of the children, and they all work at turning the children away from the father.
Yeah.
It's not a color thing, it's a spiritual thing.
Let me ask you this, one more question real quick. So, all thoughts, all lies, all the time. So, like, I just left Virginia, okay? I could have went to Virginia Beach and laid brick because I'm a brick mason.
Right.
And I could have, and I can go out west towards Nebraska and do some tree work. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to leave, just go away from my parents. I want to get away because my mother will follow me.
Right.
She'll follow me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell her that?
What do I do in a situation like that? Nebraska or Virginia Beach?
Number one is tell your mother to stay out of your life. Don't call you. Don't follow you. And you can live right next door and not be bothered by her because you are your own world. You got to take charge of your own world. And I wouldn't suggest you live next door. But the problem is you should not be on the run away from your mother. You should, of course, get away from her, but don't resent her. And you tell her, you know what, you don't want her to call or anything, move next door to you. Tell her not to. Just be honest, but don't be angry.
Right.
But don't be running away from job opportunities and all of that because of her. Stop letting your mother control you. Or anyone, really.
Yeah, you're right. She's had a big influence in a lot of my life. Yeah,
only because you're allowing it.
Yeah,
you can you could block your mother from your life. Your mother is your enemy. She is not your friend.
She's such a good manipulator and makes you feel guilty. And
well, now that you're overcoming all that, you know that there is no you, and so if you know that there is no you, then there's no such thing as feeling guilty.
Right.
You never feel guilty. It's only the false self that feels guilty, not the real you.
I'm seeing that now. I'm seeing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do this silent
prayer.
prayer.
Thank you so much, Jesse.
I want to tell you this about the hair lip thing.
Yeah.
When I first started Bond 35 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. It's just that that's all I saw to do. And so I did it, right? But I had no idea what I was doing. And I remember we used to make these tapes, but the tapes they were called little CD-like tapes, right, James? Those little CD tapes they used to have. And there was time when I tried we would record some of the meetings, and I would listen to the tape, and I was like, oh my God, because of the cleft lip. And then I'm not educated. I couldn't even understand myself, William. I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm like, how do you
Yeah.
even going to understand? And
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I can't even understand, but because it wasn't my idea to do what I do, it was given me to do. I kept going back and going back and going back, and it got clearer and clearer and clearer till I forget that my speech is not clear.
Yeah. Wow. And I tell you, it takes a lot of guts to get up there in front of people like that and teach people the way you do. And it takes a special person.
Well, what it takes is no anger, because when you don't
Right.
have anger, you don't have fear, and when you
Oh,
don't
man.
have fear, because fear can stop you from living your life. It'll control you. It'll tell you where to go and where not to go. It'll tell you what people are going to think and what they will not think. It'll tell you to do and not do. And if you have fear, you listen to fear, and it'll hold you back in life because it's just an illusion. Fear is not even real.
Right. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fear is an illusion, but yet every human being, until they overcome, are controlled by fear. They are controlled by an illusion.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
And, ever since I've been, yeah, it is amazing. Ever since I've been practicing, or just trying to let my anger go, I can feel the peace in that, man.
Yes.
I can. I can feel
Yeah.
it. I'm not perfect yet, but I've let a lot of anger go. I have. Thanks to you, Jesse.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Oh, yes. Yep.
You want to stay with that, do that, stay with that. And anytime you have fear about something, you want to do something, but fear gets in the way, do it anyway. Go through that fear. In order to get to heaven, you got to go through hell. And hell, fear is hell. Go through the hell, and on the other side, it's the kingdom of heaven. It's fine. You'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, that's my goal, man. I want to serve God, too. I want to serve God and Jesus Christ. I want to do something with my life, Jesse,
But don't want to serve God. You want to be returned to God. You want to be at perfect peace. And His will, He will have you to do whatever He want you to do. Your desire should be to return to the Father.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for talking to me, brother. I appreciate your time, man.
And William,
I enjoy your show.
Thank you. I encourage you to tell your mother how the cow ate the cabbage. And when she tried to interfere with your life, just say, no. None of your business, Mama. I ain't telling you nothing. Stay away. Be strong and absolute about it. Or resolute about it. And if she get mad, that's on her. That's her hell. That's her life. It has nothing to do with you. But you got to tell her how the cow ate the cabbage when she tried to interfere with your life.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I wish you well, man.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks, man. Have a good day.
You too, buddy.
All right, bye.
Bye. The heart is wicked. One other quick example of that. You think that track stabbing was bad, track meet stabbing, and it is. It's like a sad story, folks. A young twin brother is now dead because somebody else was angry. He didn't do it out of love. Oh, I love you. I'm going to kill you, according to the report. Watch this from WFAA. A 17-year-old Camilla Anthony. Oh, not that. That's the wrong one. You saw Angela Tucker, a black judge, right, letting that guy out. This is the one that is mind-blowing. Well, they're all mind-blowing. Well, not mind-blowing anymore, I understand. A woman named Kierra King. I think that's right. Kierra King confronted a medical assistant after noticing that King Kong was written on a vowels label instead of her name. Watch this from X.
Can you tell me what's wrong with this sample?
Oh my god,
I'm sorry. Can you understand as a black woman why I would have a problem with that? Yeah, I can double check who.
How could that be a mistake? Because this King, that's my last name, right? Comma would be my first name, correct?
Yeah.
How do you misspell Kierra as Kong? That's insane.
Yeah, I can double check who did that. I'm honestly not sure who printed that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Previously, we've never had like any sort of issue like that. I understand where you're coming from.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire right now. Like, that's unacceptable. And even if it is a typo, which, like, if they want to pull that and say that that's what it was, how? Seriously?
So apparently, whomever wrote the little name tag up on the vowel, they put King Kong instead of Kierra or whatever her name is. Her name ain't got to be to me, Kierra, that's a black name. But they put King Kong. And this little black female acting like she's so mad about that. Had I been the president of that hospital and I would have told the worker, oh, just tell her, oh, there was a mistake. And if she wanted to argue about it, I was like, okay, you could go out in the hallway and argue about yourself, female. I'm not arguing with you about that. It was a mistake, lady. You think you're a monkey or something? I don't think that about you. Those are your thoughts. Supposedly, King Kong, if you call it black, King Kong, it's supposed to be some type of racial thing. Did you know my high school mascot was King Kong? Our mascot was King Kong. It was an all-black school, and we never heard it's supposed to be monkey if you're black. That wasn't even in the vocabulary back then. That's been made up along the way to control females like this. To get reaction from white people and put fear in them and take their money. I'm on fire. I bet you are on fire, all that hatred in you. The medical assistant who did came forward and said it was a typo. Watch this from X.
Like I said, it wasn't my intention. I literally just checked my computer just now to see the name, and I was like, I know why she's upset because I put the name on there incorrect. But like I mentioned to her, and I'm gonna mention to you, if you feel some type of way of how I wrote it, and you want to report me, that is totally fine. But like I'm saying it to both of you, it was really not my intention to put that on there.
So here's my thing. One, I don't understand how you could mistype something like that. I don't understand how you can write Kong instead of Kierra. How did you mistype that?
I was typing. To be honest, I type really fast. I don't double check when I'm typing really fast. I did put your name on there, but for some reason it went to an error. But if, like I mentioned to you, it was in.
So it autocorrected from Kierra to Kong. That's crazy. But then additionally, what I have a problem with now is that you're straight up fabricating that we checked the name on the bottle when we did not. Okay. Did we check the name on the bottle?
Like I said, for me, I did check it and I checked it with you, but you.
So you checked it. So you made a typo. You were typing really fast, and then you checked it, and then.
No, I didn't check it. I just put.
So now you didn't check it.
I didn't check it. I just.
This is ridiculous. I'm done with this conversation. Please give me her name, and I will report it. Thank you.
I'll give you my name right now. Okay?
Y'all spend too much time with these blacks trying to explain. She doesn't want to understand. She's videotaping it. What else is on her mind? What else is on her mind? Why does she have this on videotape with all that drama? Why? Is she going to put it up on YouTube? And what would she get when she put it up? Counts or whatever you get? White people, y'all spend too much time trying to explain things to blacks. They're not talking to you for an understanding. They're talking to you because they have something else on their mind. They have something else. They have something else. Y'all, do what you want. If you want to be free, you got to stop arguing with evil. Stop arguing with the devil. stop arguing with the devil inside of your mind and outside of you, inside of others. One apology was been enough. Oh, sorry about that. That was a typo error. Well, where did you do? Hey, what did you say? Answer. Shut down at that point. Don't communicate any further because you're doing what the devil wants you to do. He is controlling you to get a reaction for his only benefit. And you think the people at work at the hospital are going to be calling her King Kong behind her back? People, listen, take control of your life and stop arguing and carrying on. You don't owe anyone any explanation or anything. Stop explaining yourself to the world. You don't owe anybody any explanation about anything. If you should offend someone, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was wrong. And be done with it. They did this black female, a favor by arguing with her. They gave her time to put it on YouTube, and now she's getting all this fake ego glory and whatever else come with it. And it sounded like it was a Mexican worker. I didn't see her face, so I don't know. It doesn't say here. 888-7753-773. 888. People, our battle is spiritual. When will you deal with spiritual things in a spiritual way? When? If not now, when? You've been played. This is hell on earth inside of other human beings. Hell on earth inside other human beings. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday, third hour of the show. One of my favorite days because Tuesdays is, and I can't say always will be because we may have to adjust a little bit now, but it is Country and Western Tuesday.
All my thoughts will be bobbing lies. They let me down every single time because the devil's been making homes inside my head. The good, the bad, the glad, the sad. If I could let them all go and give them to God, well maybe he'd take this anger from my soul. And I'd shine like a light that's too bright to see. And I could lean on God so he could lean on me. Forgiveness, righteous,
perfect peace. That song is so amazing. It made me want to run out of here, go out to the airport, get an hour flight to Indiana, run out to the graveyard, snatch my mama up out of the grave, smack her and put her back in, and come back to work in 30 minutes or less. That song is so deep. That song is deeper than words can ever. I wish, well, I don't wish it. It's on you. But I wish you knew and understood the power, the freedom, the insight, the perfect peace of forgiveness. The perfect peace of forgiveness. I wish you understood what will happen to you as an individual, not a group, but as an individual. What would take place inside of your kingdom of heaven, inside of you, how you would enter in there and start living from that, and what will happen to you in your life, male and female. I wish you understood it, but it's not for everybody. Only a few will admit that he or she is evil and they don't want to be that way any longer. And they go and admit to their parents, especially mama and daddy, I'm wrong for hating y'all. And the peace will come upon you that will blow your mind. It will give you an Ameriflow, bro, and it will take away your afro. It will be amazing. And you will have perfect peace right here on the earth. And when evil people try to hurt you, and they will, even in your own family, when they try to hurt you, they will not be able to touch you. Without your effort at all. The heart of evil people or angry people goes beyond what you can possibly imagine. You'll see this when you start to see your own anger. Really. You have been controlled by anger all in the name of Jesus. And you say Jesus angry, or you say I'm an atheist, I'm angry. Whatever. Anger is anger, and anger is evil, and anger separates you from God. You know about God, you hear about God, you blame God, but you won't know him. You know about him, but you will never be free. You can be free. Christ came that you may have peace. But it starts with you, and it ends with you. And everything that you're thinking and feeling is inside of you. It ain't outside. But you look on the outside blaming others. Because that's what the devil tell you. It's their fault. They made you feel this way. They made you think this way. They made you act this way. It's their fault. And you believe it. And you blame somebody else. Only imprisoning yourself and no one else. It's amazing. I want to show you one insane thing. There are so many I have, but I just got to show you this, and then I get to your calls. In the United States of America today, the great white hope, Donald Trump, is working tirelessly to make America great again in a physical way, because he's not going to do anything for it spiritually, but in a physical way. Bringing back jobs, bringing back money, cutting back on the terrorist thing. I mean, not the terror, but the government. The government is wasting our money like nothing going north. And Trump is saying no more, no more. Sending back illegal aliens. It doesn't matter if they are gang members or not. They are illegally here, right? They have broken the law by coming here illegally, whether Joe Biden opened the border or not. But he did. And the president is doing all he can, and it look like right now he has some amazing helpers. It appears. And the Democrats, the liberal media, and the Democratic voters, they have nothing better to offer you. They gave you nothing when they were in control. They had nothing to offer. They brought misery upon the people. Nothing but misery. Think about that. Nothing but misery. Jay, were those people enslaved in the Bible and then they were free?
Egypt?
Yeah. They were living in Egypt under the Democratic Party. It was Egypt under the Democratic Party. Violent crimes. No bail bond. White people getting beat up every day, attacked. Illegal aliens coming in, high taxes. My friend just said to me, California paying for everything. And we are paying for it through our taxes. So they had nothing to give. It was Egypt. And then God said, who saved the people from Egypt?
Moses.
Donald Trump. And Moses came, and Moses freed the people. He pardoned them. He closed the borders. He's sending back illegals. He's bringing back jobs by way of the businesses and things like that. And what are the Democrats doing? And the Democrats voters, some of them, not all, but the crazy ones, they're trying to stop him. Think about this. They'll try to stop Moses from sending illegal aliens back to their country. Those illegal aliens are gang members, and some are not, but they're still illegals. And the Democrats have nothing to do but try to discredit Trump by protecting illegal aliens. They let them in. Now they're protecting them and not you. And they're openly, they're acting like they're so mad on a accused gang person that they sent over to El Salvador. They act like they're just so hurt by that. That was so wrong. It's not wrong that you open the border and let thousands of them in, right? And pay for them, phones and free everything. And the Democrats are only, and the media, liberal media, are only trying to discredit Trump. They have nothing to offer. I saw Booker, Cory Booker, I think his name. No, not Booker. Oh, it may have been Booker or that black guy that's supposed to be the leader of the Democratic Party.
Oh, yeah. Blanking on his name.
Yeah, he's so weak. I don't know what. Poor man. But they ask, do you have any proof? Something like, do you have any proof that Trump did something wrong like that? He had no proof. He had to deviate and talk about something else. Think about this, folks. The Democrats only are trying to discredit Trump as though they have something else better to offer you. And they gave you nothing but Egypt. You were enslaved in Egypt for 4 years straight up. And under Obama, 8 years. ABC 7 News. Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele's word at the White House on Monday sent shockwaves as he said he won't be releasing mistakenly deported Maryland man Kierra King and describe him as a terrorist. When I come back, we'll play that and then your phone calls. All right? I'll be back in a moment. I want to play this video to show you that this is hell on earth. Human beings are evil. And the only way that you're going to overcome evil, men and women, believe me, men are as evil as women. And the way you're going to overcome it is you got to admit, confess. That's what it means to confess. I am evil. Look at how I think, what I do. I'm evil. How did this happen? And you're going to realize that there's spirits inside of you. Then you will start to overcome because it's not you. It's that old nature. It's that spirit that's inside of you. But so here's ABC News 7 where the president of El Salvador met with the great white hope, Donald Trump, and he like shocked the media. They're like, he's not going to release illegal aliens. Watch this from Fox 5.
Kenneth, good evening. Tonight, there are many questions surrounding Kilmar Abrego Garcia and what the government's plans are to bring him back home. Earlier today, President Donald Trump met with El Salvador's president, who says he has no plans on letting Garcia come back home or even freeing him from his native El Salvador.
Bring Kilmar home.
Outside the White House, the family of 29-year-old Kilmar Abrego Garcia gathered with supporters demanding his return.
Bring Kilmar home.
And inside the Oval Office, in a meeting with President Trump, El Salvador's president Nayib Bukele saying he will not release Abrego Garcia. The father of three is being held in a Salvadorian prison after he was mistakenly deported back in March. In 2019, Garcia was accused of being connected to MS-13, but was never charged or convicted of a crime.
How can I return him to the United States? Like I smuggle him into the United States, or what do I do? Of course, I'm not going to do it.
Right on. El Salvador. The guy is an illegal alien, folks. And the Democrats know that. And those stupid people out there, bring him home. They're sending him home. What a major sign of love to be giving this man a free ride back home. And they said that, according to the report, I don't know, but he got some girl pregnant. But she got pregnant out of wedlock. And then after he was found to be illegal, according to the story, and then had done he was a member of this group, he finally married her. He married her because that was supposed to help keep him in the country, according to the report. But this guy's an illegal, nothing else matters. And if his wife and children love daddy so much, and they miss daddy, and they want to be with daddy, go to daddy country where daddy live and stay near daddy. You can always leave and go over there. Bring daddy home. The Supreme Court ruled that the Trump administration must facilitate the return of the Maryland man, but the DHS claimed it doesn't have the authority to do that. Right, this from Fox.
The U.S. Supreme Court unanimously ruled that the Trump administration must facilitate the return of Garcia.
It's really astonishing that the Trump administration is thumbing its nose at the Supreme Court.
Congressman Glenn Ivey represents Maryland's 4th District, which includes Prince George's County, where Garcia lives with his family.
Bukele, the president of El Salvador, saying, he can't bring him back or he's not going to bring him. That's nonsense. If the president of the United States told him to release this man and send him back, he'd be back here before, the next day.
A Maryland district judge is demanding daily updates from the DOJ on Garcia and what the government is doing to bring him back. In the latest status update, Homeland Security says, quote, DHS does not have authority to forcibly extract an alien from the domestic custody of a foreign sovereign nation.
That's up to El Salvador if they want to return him. That's not up to us.
Enough of the excuses. Put up or shut up.
U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen has requested a meeting with President Bukele.
If we can't meet here, I do intend to go to El Salvador to discuss the release of this individual who is illegally detained in El Salvador.
So think about this. The Democrats are fighting hard for an illegal alien. And I want to remind you, and this is the truth, you can bank on it. They can care 2 cents. They give nothing about this man. They don't care about him at all. These are talking points to try to discredit the great white hope, Donald Trump, in hopes for them to get back in. That's all this is about. Just like when the border was wide open and American people were being killed with fentanyl and all other kind of grime from the illegal, the Democrats didn't care then, and they don't care now. It's a talking point because they have nothing else to offer you. They can't offer you any jobs. They can't offer you protection. They can't offer you anything because they have created Egypt in America. So they have nothing but to run around town trying to discredit Trump and hope that that will help them get back in office because they have nothing to offer you to get back in office. They don't care about this illegal alien at all. He's not an American citizen, and they don't care about him. It's just talking point. Don't be deceived, people. Wake up. When will you wake up? If not now, when? And this stupid Glenn, whatever his name was, Glenn Ivey, he want to go back over to El Salvador, bring an illegal alien back, so that this illegal alien, who was, according to all the report, a gang member, to come back and hurt you. Think about that. He's supposed to be a U.S. citizen in our government, and he's fighting for illegal alien criminals. Did you ever imagine that you would see something like this in the United States of America? I told you my country is not coming back. I remember hearing, and Hate may be able to remind me so I don't misstate this, but I remember hearing some black people saying that white people are the ones committing What do you call that when you go to school and shoot up people?
Mass shooting?
Mass shooting. If white people doing that, it's always just the white people. And I and other people used to say, well, the black people don't need to go into the school and shoot up because they always shoot up each other every day. They commit mass shooting in their own neighborhood day in and day out. But the white people, why is so? And I can hear Tony from California. Jesse, why is it that white people always going to the school and shooting up? Can you hear Tony now? Tony from Kelly. Well, we're starting to hear more and more mass shooting by blacks in schools, but it's rarely or it's barely mentioned. Why is that? Why is it barely mentioned when blacks do it, but when white people do it, it's major headline? CBS News, Texas. CBS, Texas. At least 4 people have been hospitalized after a shooting at Wilmer Hutchin High School in Dallas on Tuesday afternoon. Authorities said the suspect is now in custody. The Dallas Independent School District said on Tuesday night the suspect is in custody. Watching from Fox 4 in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah, Stephen, Heather, a law enforcement source tells me that suspected shooter is here at the Dallas County Jail after turning himself in about an hour ago. Right now, we'll take you back to where this all began earlier today.
This is a tragic situation, and I know everyone wants answers.
Wilmer Hutchins High School, a crime scene Tuesday afternoon. Dallas Fire Rescue confirms a school shooting. 3 people, ages 15 to 18, taken to hospitals after being wounded by gunfire. The 4th, age unknown, described as having a musculoskeletal injury to the lower body.
What are they not doing up there?
Parents concerned about how a gun made it to campus.
All DISD schools have clear backpack policies from elementary all the way up. So what is it that they are not looking for?
We see what those backpacks look like.
Yeah, they usually check the backpacks.
Dallas ISD police and the superintendent, while addressing reporters Tuesday afternoon, steered blame away from its security systems.
So we do know that the gun did not come through during regular intake time. So it was not a failure of our staff, of our protocols, or of the machinery that we have. So it did not come in through regular intake.
Can you expand on that?
I cannot expand.
Amazing, huh? They don't have men running nothing now? Women in control of everything? Where do they get these women from? Where do they find them? Women are, this is no wonder hell on earth. This is what happened in the home because men don't rule. And you put women in charge, you think it's going to get better? That was the Dallas ISD Assistant Chief of Police. Isn't that something according to CBS News? In April, so a mass shooting. Now, I'm told that it was a black person. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm told the shooter was black. But I'm not sure yet. And some of you may remember that there was another school shooting at the same location. And if I remember, that was done by a black guy. In April of last year, a student brought a revolver to the school, and shot at a student. Just a reminder, watch this from Fox 4 in Fort Worth, Dallas-Fort Worth.
And it's the second time they had a shooting like this.
In April of last year, a student brought a revolver to Wilmer Hutchins High and shot a classmate in the leg. The shooting prompted many questions about how the student brought a gun to school. In the wake of that shooting, Dallas ISD police revealed security protocols were not followed. The suspect triggered a metal detector, but no one checked his bag. Now, those questions even more magnified.
Because it's scary and your heart beat fast because you're not there with your child and anything could happen.
Because it's scary. All blacks, predominantly black in Mexican school, I'm told. Now do you see that hell is right here on earth coming through human beings? It's right here. And you know what's so interesting to me about it? Really, it's mind-blowing to me. I don't know what to do with it but tell you about it. There's this order given to human beings by God. And God's not, he said, I'm not going to change one thing. I am not going to change my spiritual rules, my spiritual order, just because you don't do them. Tough luck. He's not going to change them. God's not going to change his rule because you don't put him first. You put seeking a woman, seeking a man, ladies, seeking this, and all before what is right, you're going to suffer. And then when you're suffering, you'll be like, what happened? And God's like, what a mess. You're like, okay, I told you how to live. Put me first, and I will take care of you. But no, you put looking for love first. Looking for a house, looking for a job, looking for something first. He told the rich young ruler, the ruler like, Jesus, what can I do to follow you? I got everything. I got more than Elon Musk. But how can I follow you? And Jesus looked at him and said, you know what, buddy? I know you're not happy. You got everything yet. You're miserable. Go over there to Egypt and sell everything and come back and follow me. And the man like, what the? No, buddy. I'm not going to sell my, what's the little cars called Elon make?
Tesla?
I ain't telling my Tesla. And he went away. And that's what you're doing when you turn away from the truth and accept the lie. World. The order is God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman. Ain't nothing else going to work but that order. He didn't say woman over Christ, and he didn't say woman first or man first and then God. He said he is first. And he even said, I'm not, it's in the word. I'm not going to change one rule for you. Either you follow them or you suffer. And they are putting women in charge of America. What do you think going to happen? It's not the order. It can only get worse. Everybody hate the mama spirit. How you going to obey the mama spirit? And you putting all these women in control. And you're doing it because you know hell going to come through there and make it worse. So whatever. But just for the blacks who think that black people don't commit mass shooting, I rest my case. Have you been told that before, Hate? Why white people always do mass shooting?
Of course. They say I look like a school shooter. Terrible.
Terrible. Raul, a first-time caller out of California. Raul, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Yes, hello. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I just had a question regarding the ego.
Yes.
Yeah, I've listened to your show for many years now, just for entertainment, really. But
nice.
Recently, when you started talking about when you started talking about how I should forgive my parents, forgive my mother and my father, and that you're not your ego and you shouldn't identify with it. For some reason, that truth stuck with me this time. And so lately, I forgive my parents. I started doing the silent prayer. And I'm dealing with an issue where I don't really feel like since I've been relying on my ego and my anger, my resentment for so long,
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that I haven't really felt like myself, and I relied on it as an energy source to get, to go to work, on my job, and even interacting with friends and family. Now that it's gone, or now that I'm realizing this, I don't have the confidence or the energy to put up with things that I would when I'm angry and resentful. And so I'm struggling because I don't know if I'm in a position to live in peace and love, and I feel like I should still rely on anger and resentment because it's just what I'm familiar with. And so I just wanted to ask you if you've dealt with this kind of thoughts before, or if I'm on the right path.
You're definitely on the right path. Let me take a break. Can you hold?
Yeah, I can hold.
Okay, I'm going to take a break, folks. When I come back, straight to the phones. I want to go back to Raul, a first-time caller in California. Raul.
Yes, hello, Jesse.
So you're working on yourself now. You went and forgave your parents, right?
Yes, I did.
And now, and if I'm quoting you right, you're losing that anger energy. So are you saying it's hard to go to work and all that?
Yeah, well, I'm struggling to live in peace and love because I've relied on my ego and anger, resentment for so long.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed that I'm not quite sure what to do with that.
You do nothing. Are you doing the silent prayer right now? Now?
Yes.
You stay with that, and all you need to do now, Raul, is just watch those thoughts. Go to work, earn a living. Don't be looking for that kind of fake energy. You're going to get real energy now. It's going to be natural. It's going to be real. And when that fake energy from anger disappears, you're going to be fine. You're on your way. You're doing fine. And don't call that false nature you. You're not your thoughts. You're not your feeling. You're not your emotions. You're none of those things. It's time to overcome that now. Let that happen, and the real you, the real energy will come forth, and you'll be fine.
Okay, so it just takes time. I just gotta be patient.
Yes, absolutely. But just watch, and meaning watch those thoughts, watch those emotions, but don't call them you, and they'll be taken away because that's your old nature. You're not your thoughts, you're not your emotion, none of those things. And they will be taken away from you. So stay with it. Go to work. Don't argue with anybody. You shouldn't be arguing with the devil anyway, inside of your mind. And you should not argue with the devil inside of others. If you need to talk to your boss at work or somebody, just have a conversation, but do not argue.
Right. Yeah, I've realized that that my anger, it's not really my anger. I'm what you would consider an anchor baby.
Oh, yeah, anchor baby.
Anchor baby, and my grandparents and my parents, just my family, they come from a Catholic family.
Uh-huh.
I come from a Catholic family, and so I do realize that they've passed down a lot of trauma onto me.
Yep.
And they're still dealing with it, and some of them don't want to deal with it. But after listening to you, I've realized that that's what's going on with my aunt, my mom, my grandma, how they're holding resentment towards each other.
Yep.
And so, I realized I have been living their identities my whole life. And now that I realize that, it's kind of hard to even know who I am, because I know I know I have my own self, but it's hard to see that because I don't really. I mean, if I'm not those identities, it's kind of hard to know myself.
And who do you think you would be if you had no identities? Who would you be?
I don't know.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's kind of unnerving because I kind of feel lost and kind of scared, not knowing.
And you don't know who you are. Why do you say you feel lost and scared? Who are you talking about?
Well, I guess it's my ego.
And why are you calling the ego you?
Well, I've just been doing that for so long.
Yeah.
I don't know, how else to live.
I understand that. And you're making a good point. That lost and scared feeling that you're having now, I want you to know it's not you. The thoughts and the feeling of being lost and fear, those are those spirits that made a home in you when you escaped into your imagination as a kid, when you were traumatized by your mother and our grandmother. You went into your imagination as a kid to try to survive, and you've been living there all your life, and you've been calling that you, and in there you found no peace. But you identified with it and became one with evil, because it is evil, but it's not you. Now you're starting to become aware of that, and the fear and the not knowing is not you. Those spirits are overreaction inside of you to try to make you think that it is you because they don't want to leave you. Now that you have started to seeing is the light of God, and it's taking away the darkness of the imagination. Stay with it. You'll find you're on your way. The truth is with you, and the truth is working on your behalf. It's working like a slave, overtime, day and night for you, and it will save you from the darkness, the far self.
Yeah, I do believe that's true, and I want to thank you because I've never heard that before, and hearing it now, I'm just glad I was able to hear this message before it's too late. And I don't want it to get there where it's too late for me to do anything.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just struggling at the moment with really believing whether I can live with God and be at peace or continue living in my anger and hell, basically, with the rest of my family.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
You are two things. Don't try to believe. You don't need to believe. Don't try to make yourself believe. You just see that you don't believe. You've been living this false life. Don't try to make yourself believe. The truth will cause you to believe. It will cause you to see. It will cause you to know. You want to know. You want understanding. We have understanding. You have it all. So don't try to make yourself believe. So the devil's going to tell you, oh, you don't believe it. You don't believe in this. You're just saying it or whatever, right? But don't try to make yourself believe anything at all. And then as far as your family, don't be manipulated by them. You don't owe them anything. If you want to go around, go around. If you don't, don't. If you want to go to mama's birthday, go. But if you don't, go. You have no obligation to anyone but you, unless you have little kids. How many children you have?
I have no children at the moment.
Well, you only are accountable to you. And once you get that, when you understand that completely, you're going to be able to help others in the right way. You're going to be able to do, if you need to do anything, in the right way. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because I do feel like I want to help when I have been helping, like, the rest of my family. And it doesn't feel right to just kind of ignore them or abandon them. So I do want to help them, but
Help them in what way?
Just financially and
Stop it.
Yeah.
Don't be a beta.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's beta. Yeah.
They're using you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think deep down I know it, but yeah.
They laugh at you that they can take your money. They don't care 2 cents about you at all. And you don't care anything about them, because if you did, you would let them suffer. If you love them in the same way God let us suffer until we cry out the truth, you would let them suffer. They can take care of themselves. That's not your job. Your job is you. You are responsible for you.
Yeah, you're right. I just now I see that I've been manipulated to believe that I had to take care of them.
Do you understand now you don't?
Yeah, I do understand, and yeah, I know it's the right thing, but for some reason I get this like emotion where I shouldn't.
That you want to do it because you want to seem like the good guy in the family. You want to seem like you care. You want to make it look like you love them. None of those things are true. It's all ego.
Yeah.
You're not doing that because you love them. You're doing it to get a thrill for yourself.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I have been living in my ego, and yeah, that's what I've been doing.
So cut it out, man.
Yeah. No, you're right, Jesse. I think that's what I called, because I needed to hear from you. That I've seen your show, and I've seen YouTube videos, and I know the truth, but it's really hard
What's
to get out
hard?
of my head. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, just to get out of my head and my thoughts, and because I'm so accustomed to this, sometimes I want to self-sabotage or doubt. So that's why I called today.
Yeah. So when those, and I know what you're talking about, because I was saying yesterday, or maybe I said it today or yesterday. I was like, how we know growing up? How are we supposed to know we're living in our head and our ego when we were kids? And no one ever tell us that growing up, right? And so we grow up identifying with this, thinking that it's us. How are we supposed to know this? Our parents don't tell us. The schools don't tell us. The preachers don't tell us. And so we grow up in this false identity. And then as an adult, we start wondering what is wrong. And then you start to find out, I've been living a false life, a false self. It was never me. And because you have identified with the false self, now you got to try to overcome it. How do I overcome my false self when I didn't know it was a false self? What a mess.
Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah, you described it perfectly. It's exactly what I went through. I'm going through. So, yeah.
I can't tell you the number of times as I wake up and when I first began, and I was like, I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know? I didn't. The more I understand, I'm like, what? No. How was I supposed to know? No one told me. I didn't know. And so I'm so grateful to know now. Because in knowing, no matter what has happened, that doesn't exist anymore. It is an illusion too. But the spirits of evil try to tell you, make you think it does, and it doesn't. What happened then, happened then. What is happening now, it's the only thing that's happening right now. Everything else is an illusion. It's an illusion. That's what's so crazy too. How am I supposed to know it's an illusion? You know what I mean? I didn't know it was an illusion. What a mess.
Yeah, it really is.
But you stay with it, man. I promise you, the old self will fade away. You will go through. You're going through hell right now of illusions, delusions, and illusions. You're going through the hell of that. On the other side is paradise, and that's where you're living right now. You just don't know that, but you'll come to know. Stay with it.
I will, Jesse. Thank you. I'm really grateful for you and for your message, and I'm going to stick with it.
And go to work. Get up and go to work. Save your money. Buy yourself some land, some gold at goldco.com or somewhere. Buy some gold, and you're gonna see, man. And stop. Do what you want. It's up to you. But I highly recommend you stop giving money to your family. They're just using you, and they're never going to take care of themselves. Long as they know they got you to call up on, and you have this false guilt, and they're going to take advantage of you. It's like the blacks have done with the government. The government has taken care of the blacks for 80 years, 70 to 80 years almost, and that's all they know now. They're not going to get away from the government. What the? And you are the government to your family. And you're hurting them, and you're hurting yourself because you're getting a false sense of love and righteousness. It's not real.
Yeah, I do. I realize I'm starting to realize it's not real. Yeah, because I don't feel loved or appreciated or at peace.
Right. That's right. Because they don't have love. They don't love you. They can 2 cents about you. Your family is your enemy, not your friend. And your friends are your enemy, and your enemies are your friends.
Yeah. Because I've been living in my ego. Yeah, so.
Yep.
You're right.
Stay with it, man. You're on your way.
Thank you, Jesse. Jesse, I really appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. Take care now.
Thank you. You too, bye.
Bye. Melissa from California. Thanks for calling. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hey,
This is
Melissa.
my second time calling. Hello. I just wanted to ask you a question. I've been paying attention to my thoughts. Sorry?
Go ahead. Okay.
So a couple days ago, I had a nervous breakdown, and I got super, I wanted to, those thoughts of wanting to suicide. I don't know if I say it on YouTube, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can say
And it was
suicide.
intense. Huh?
If you can, you can hear. You can say suicide. You wanted to commit suicide?
Yes, multiple. The thoughts were just rolling on me. They were just going on and on for 2 days. And I remember, those are not my thoughts, but
Right.
they are harassing the crap out of me. But I got to the point where I was ready to have my daughter go live with my father, and me just become homeless or something. I was losing my mind. And then I have a bad feeling that I'm starting through menopause, and I think it's going to make me crazy, and I'm worried about that. So I'm wondering how do I respond to those?
Well, with the menopause thing, you can do this. The menopause, when I walked into the room, the menopause. Melissa, all you got to do, I'm not a doctor, but what I'm telling you, all you got to do is be aware of those thoughts. Don't call them you, and they're going to overwhelm you. They're going to try to convince you to take your own life and this and that, right? And the menopause is just a normal, abnormal cycle that women go through. Don't make that a big deal either. Don't be afraid, and don't say, oh, I'm going to get angry, I'm going to be frustrated. Just, are you doing the silent prayer every morning and night?
No, I tried to do it a month or two ago, and it was too intense for me, and I was starting to get anxiety, and I just couldn't handle it.
But the anxiety are those evil spirits' thoughts that are trying to make you think that is you. And the world called evil anxiety, right? But they're really just false identities that made a home in you. It's not you at all.
Can I tell you I was diagnosed borderline personality disorder?
I didn't know that, but I wouldn't be surprised because the world is blind and they call spiritual things physical things.
Okay, all right. So it is a spiritual thing with me.
Are you under doctor care?
Yeah, I take a lot of those. I'm on lithium, gabapentin, and Zoloft.
Dang.
And it's a lot. And it's just, I'm 46 now. I've been on medication probably for 15 years, I think, since my daughter.
Wow. Well, again, I'm not giving you medical advice at all. You have to see your doctor about that, all right? But what I do want to encourage you to do, Melissa, start doing the silent prayer and stay with it. And then watch those thoughts. And
For how long though? Like, can you give me for like 30 seconds maybe, and then try to build my way up?
for how long what? The silent prayer?
For the silent prayer, just to sit there and watch my thoughts. There's too many thoughts.
Right, but you watch them anyway and don't call them you. You've been living in those thoughts all your life, and that's what's been driving you crazy. You have been thinking that they were you.
Well, for a long time, my mom. Well, yeah, that's how I grew up.
Right, but now that you're an adult, you're responsible for that, to overcome that. And now you got to stop calling them you. They are not you.
Sorry.
They are not you.
I don't know how to overcome it though. I really truly been trying for like the past probably year.
You overcome them. Listen closely. You overcome them by being aware of them. That's all you need to do. Don't communicate with them. Don't fight with them. Don't run. Don't deny them. Just be aware of them, and just knowing that. Don't call them you. And the awareness will take them away from you, out of your mind, and God will give you a clear mind. You overcome them by being aware of them.
So I'm not supposed to tattletale on them and tell God about them, because
God already,
take all your thoughts captive.
God already knows. He is the one that's shining the light on it so you can see them. If it wasn't God who allowed you to see, you would still be completely lost in them, not knowing that, hey, it sounds like there's another way out of this. There's another way to live. So it's He, not me or anyone else. It's God who's allowing you to see there are a whole bunch of thoughts and a whole bunch of this, and it's not you. He's already helping you.
But the chances of my daughter, my biggest concern is my daughter, because I know that the chances of my daughter being successful are low. The odds are against her because it's a single mom household. There was no father. Her father's in Morocco. He's a Moroccan citizen. So I'm concerned about me being able to successfully with how I am right now, and she's 15. I mean, how do I...
She's 16?
15.
15? And so, and how is she doing right now?
She gets good grades. She behaves well. She gets sassy every now and then, but overall, she's a really good kid.
Well, don't worry about it. Work on you, and the Spirit of the Father will help your daughter.
Well, really? Okay.
And stop panicking. You sound like you're in a panic mode right now.
I'm always panicking. Yeah, my heart is. Yeah, I've hit my max limit of pain level. Like, I'm tired now. Like, Jesse, It's like I'm 40. I'm gonna be 46 in a day, I think. I'm just tired. I'm tired.
Tired of what?
I'm ready for God to take me. Like, sometimes.
Take you where?
I want to just die and go up to heaven.
And what makes you think you're going to heaven if you die?
Because of my heart. The direction of my heart is towards Jesus, finally. It's not towards, like, everything else in the world.
So relax then. Take a
but
breath.
I still struggle with
Melissa,
thoughts.
take a breath right now. Take a breath. Huh? Take a breath.
Okay.
Relax. Close your eyes. Are you sitting?
I'm like laying sideways. Should I sit?
You like on the bed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And just turn around, lay flat.
Okay.
And close your eyes and just relax. From your head to your toe, let everything go. Relax on the bed. Melt into the bed. And just relax. And see those thoughts.
Oh, I don't like when the thought.
Do you see?
Because it's all over the place.
What?
Sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
Yeah. Calm down. You're not supposed to relax and still freak out. What the? Relax. and watch those thoughts like you're watching a movie. Just watch those thoughts coming and going right over your forehead there, in the middle of your forehead. They're coming and they're going somewhere. And just watch them. Don't call them you. Just relax and watch. But don't identify with them by calling them you. I want you to start practice relaxing and stop freaking out when you get these thoughts.
But they're so evil. It's like, it's too intense, to actually
Melissa,
see.
Melissa, forget about that. Shut up the conversation and relax and watch.
Okay.
Don't be calling them evil. Don't call them good. Don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. Just relax and watch them.
Okay.
And do that every morning, every night. Let me know how it goes.
Okay. Thank you.
Stop fighting. You can't fight with spirits. Flesh and
Is that what I'm doing?
yeah, a flesh.
Okay.
Your body. You can't do anything about it. You just need to watch it and stop calling them you. Now I'm not. Whatever your doctor have you do with those pills and things, that's between you and your doctor. But I'm telling you, relax and stop overreacting.
Okay.
All right.
Can I say one more thing, or did I use my time up?
What?
I just wanted to tell you that I became my stepdad. Like, my stepdad was very abusive to me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I became him as an adult to my own child, and I had to break the cycle.
Well, forgive God. Forgive you. Forgive your stepfather. He couldn't help himself either. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me know how it goes.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bye. You too. 888-7753. Satan has told everybody to kill themselves. That's what he tell you. You might as well go and take your life. You ain't worth nothing. You'll never be free.
Very nice.
Right. Let me go to Fritz out of Florida. Fritz, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how are you and the crew?
All is well. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had a comment about the thoughts.
Okay.
I remember you asked, I think this was a biblical question. You asked, who do I abandon, or do I abandon myself? Something like that.
Have what now?
It was a biblical question you had, or who do I abandon, or do I abandon myself? It was a while back.
You remember that? I don't remember it. But what about it?
Okay, it was okay. But it was something about abandoning yourself. If I abandon myself, but realizing a couple of days now, or a week, that when I do have the thoughts, it'll rile me up. Like, say if I have an issue with a woman, it'll rile me up, like, to the point, like, yeah, call all these, names and get all your stuff together. So when that moment comes in time, I'm completely blank, right? I'm just staring at this woman, like, I don't know what to say. But I had everything to say, in my mind.
Yeah.
In secret. Like, yo, I'm finna tell her this, I'm finna tell her that. As soon as I get to her face, I'm like, where am I? Literally, where am I? So I'm like, where's my mind? Like, where did my mind go? Where all those rehearsals go? Where all those anger went? Like, yeah, get on her or tell her how you feel, this and that. So I'm like, what do I do now? Just to catch hell from her. So now I'm just standing there like a lost puppy. I don't know what's going on. For real. So I'm like, okay, this is bizarre.
Yeah.
But last night, something happened. I don't know. I was just laying down in my bed, just laying down thinking. And when I tell you, I had a suicidal thought last night, and it kind of was strong. I almost went with it. I almost went through with it.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was the thought? What was the suicidal thought?
But I was in my bed, just put my pillow over my head, or like my comforter, like just cover, suffocate myself.
That's what they told you to do?
Yeah.
And you
I saw it.
And you almost did it?
I almost did it.
And what made
I don't know.
What made you almost do it?
I don't know. I was just thinking. I mean, a lot is happening with me in my life. you know, so I don't know. I got to thinking about, you know, what I'm going through and a little hardship, and I was like, I can't take it no more. I just want to die.
Oh, I see. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to die, and then I don't know, man. I just freaked out, I'm like cussing, I'm loud, I'm da 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 da. I said, man, F this, and I just put the thing over my head. Like, it wasn't a pillow, it was the comforter or whatever. I'm like, and I just took it off my head, and I just sat on the side of my bed at the edge. I'm like, I just started bawling, like boo-hoo crying, like.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
Yeah.
Back in a moment. One more hour to go. Hate news, not the fake news. My bad, folks. I heard the music, but I was listening to Fritz, and I didn't pay attention. Back in a moment. I want to go quickly back to Fritz out of Florida. I put him on hold because we ran out of time. Fritz.
Yes, sir.
So you're 28 years old. Last night you considered suicide. You tried to do it with a comforter. How you going to commit suicide with a comforter?
Nah, my comforter thick. Like, can't no air get through it. So once you wrap it around your head, it's over with.
Amazing. And so did you wrap it around your head?
I was about to, like, completely. I could felt the strength. Like, I'm not kidding. I ain't here for no, you know.
No, I believe you.
I could feel this, like, bro. I'm trying not to cry, but I could feel myself, like, the force, like the strength. I ain't seen no strength like that in me in a little minute. Like, completely trying to wrap it around my head, and bro, I just jumped. I threw it up. I just threw it over my head. I just jumped. And now I just sat on the side of my bed, just boohoo crying, bro. I was scared. I'd never been that scared in my life. So, and then I just get to thinking, I'm like, bro, since, especially from you, since you saying it's gonna get worse, you mean to tell me I'm gonna go through more of this? This is crazy.
And why did you? What reason the spirit of evil gave you to take your life? What was the reason?
My friend, I don't know. I was just laying down. You know, again, I'm going through some hardship, and what's crazy, honestly, Justin, I don't know what's going on in my life, bro. I cannot explain no more. I used to try to find words, oh, I'm going to do this, but I really don't know what to do in my life. I don't know what to do, bro. I'm lost as ever. And I feel real weak, pathetic, and bro, I feel like I done gave up on everybody, on myself. I'm petrified right now. But I ain't gonna quit. Because this is the game, but I'm not the game, but bro, this is scary.
And when you attempted to kill yourself or thought about it or you tried and you realized, what am I doing? And you sat on the side of the bed, you started crying. What were you crying about?
I almost killed myself.
Oh.
I thought of, I know I had thoughts of it, but it wasn't strong like this one last night. I'm like, bro, I almost killed myself. Why? I don't want to die. I mean, the world crazy, but I like the world. It's cool. I like my little body. So, I don't know, man.
And what is so bad about your life that the spirit of evil can convince you to even think about killing yourself? What is so bad about your life?
I don't know. Oh, right now, I don't know. I mean, I have a job, but I've been, taking time off like crazy. And ever since the beginning of the year, no, actually in February, I don't know. I'm really trying to, not sound like I'm, I don't even know. See, I can't even get the words out. I just don't know what's going on with me right now. I just know something's not right. I've been in this kind of state before to where I'm like, bro, I feel sick, but not sick, I'm I got a flu or nothing. I feel sick, bro. I feel drained. Every day I feel drained. I feel tired.
And that's the
So
state
it's
that
like,
you're in right now?
yeah, I feel devastated. Like I just want to die.
And
I don't
so,
want to die. I hope but I just want to die.
so so you have a job, right?
Yeah, I got a job.
You're in good health.
Yes.
You have a place to live.
Yeah, I have my own spot.
You have food on your table.
Yes.
So what's missing?
I don't know. I don't know, man. And I do hear what you're saying because I repeat all of that. I'm like, bro, I'm okay. Like I'm safe. I'm not in the hood, thank God. I'm not in school, but that's fine. I'm okay. I'm
Right,
all
you don't
right.
need to be in school. You have a job. Why you don't need school?
Right, forget school.
Right.
But
And who is telling you that you should kill yourself?
Man, I just hear voices that tell me to do it.
And who is that voice?
It sounds like me though. It sounds like me. It sounds like me.
And who are
But
those
it's
voices?
weird. Last night.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
Huh? Oh no! Last night, it was like I just heard my voice. Yeah, put it over your head, like Okay, and then I just did it while I was going nuts. Like I was tripping. I was screaming. I'm like, oh my God, I can't take this no more. And I just heard, yeah, do it. Like like yeah, put it. And I'm like,
And you can't take what no more?
Huh?
You're like screaming and crying to God, I can't take this no more?
Man, I couldn't take. It's that right. This journey, this whole thing, man. Seeing these thoughts, man, and not even just the thoughts. It's really realizing myself. Like, bro, I never thought I was a good guy. A lot of women say, "Oh, he's a good guy." I always be quiet and looked at him crazy, but I ain't say nothing. I was like, I'm not a good guy, and I'm just that. I thought I was that. I know I wasn't, but then I played into that. Everybody telling me I'm good and stuff. So I played into it. Now I'm realizing I'm manipulative. I manipulate a lot of women. I'm sneaky, Like I really don't care about nobody, honestly. Just my little pleasure. And however I can get it, I get it. So now me just thinking about all that, I'm like, bro, that's bad. Like you treating people bad. Why are you doing that? So all of that will start weighing on me, and I'm like, oh, you're right. I am bad. That is bad. That's not cool. That's not like I'm gonna get karma. So all of this would just keep hitting me, and then it sounds like me. So then last night I was like, I can't take this no more. It's too much noise. It was too much noise.
And so your question for me is what?
Now, I want to ask this, but then again, I know you always say, don't, just chill. When is this going to end?
When is what going to end?
Like all of this, whatever I'm going through, like this, realizing who I'm not, like all of this emotions are setting in heavy now. I'm really starting to see it, especially this little. All emotions feel the same too. I don't know if they all feel the same.
And how's that? What they feel like?
Huh? They feel like pain, like somebody stabbing me, bro. And like, sorry for calling you bro. You older than me, bro. But
I'm an older
like
black bro.
Okay, cool. Older black bro. But I don't know, it feels like somebody stabbing me, man, in the heart and my midsection. It just feels it feels bad. If that makes sense.
And you want to know when will it all end?
Yeah, man. Or man, yeah, that, and like, cause you always say, "Oh, God is in the present. God is in the present." I really do want to believe you. Not saying I really do want to believe you because I would try going into the present, but it's nothing. It's just nothing there. Like it's just nothing. So it's like
it's nothing in the present.
No, it's just nothing. There's nothing going on. I think it's cool though. Not saying I don't. I think it's cool and like it's just quiet. Like if I'm outside my backyard, it's just nature going with its stuff. You know, birds chirping and all that extra stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is cool, but what else? Like if you in your head, it's always like something going. It's something going on.
Right.
In your head.
Yeah.
It's something. But when you're not in it, it's like, what is this dimension? Like, where am I? You know? So now I feel like I'm forced to go do something. Or whatever. I don't know, man.
So in the present, when you're in the present and feel like nothing going on, nothing to do, and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's peaceful, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I wouldn't use that word. Like,
what word would you use?
I wouldn't say. It's just honestly, as corny as it sounds, normal, bro. Like it's just normal. Like nothing's going on. No suicidal thoughts. No me looking for a woman. Or no nothing. Honestly, it's like I said, it's interesting. It is new to me. It is interesting, but I don't know.
But what you don't realize, that place is where you want to be. That place is where the real you are located. You are the real you. When you're in that place, you're back to being you. This place outside of that, where you're all the thrills and the noise and all that, that is an abnormal place. It's an illusion. You're not even there in that place. Those thoughts and those feelings that you think are you, the thoughts of suicide, all those things are not you at all, and it's an abnormal place. It's an illusional place, and that is nothing but hell. But the place that you find where there's nothing but nothing, it's the perfect place. That's where you want to get back to. That's where every human being, well, most people don't want, but those who want, that's what they want. They want to get back to the place where there's no thinking, no wanting, no pain, no loss, no sins, no anger, nothing but freedom. And you so are accustomed to identify with this noisy place, this illusion, but in that place there's nothing but hell. And you know now about this other place, but you got to let go and let yourself just live in that place, go to work and everything, and living in that place, and it will become clearer and clearer and clearer. And you're going to realize, without even thinking about it, you are finally back home with the Father. And you're one with the Father.
Yeah. Okay. So then you are right then. There is two people. I mean, that's the whole time you just explaining what you explained. I'm like, so then there is two people then.
Well,
if I'm in the present,
No, go ahead.
If I'm in the present, and you say that's where the real me is, right?
Yes.
But when I'm in the other world or whatever, it is noisy, and you said I'm not there, or that's not two people. I don't see this confused.
Your mind is there, but you're not there. I mean, that's not even your mind. The mind that you have identified with is the false mind. Because when you escaped into the noisy world, as a kid, you used to live in this world where there's no noise, no judgment, no misery, no loneliness, no suicidal thought, nothing, as a kid. But then when you were traumatized and you became angry, you escaped into this noisy fake world where there's nothing but misery. And now you now know what it's like to be back into the real world. That's where you want to be, in the real world. And in that real world, excuse me, there are no identities. You can't identify with anything. There are no feelings. There are no thought. It's nothing but living without having to think.
So you saying, so then, as you said, when I was a kid, the real world, that's what I know. So then now I'm an adult, So when I go into the present, so that's what you mean, going back into that world when I once a kid?
You're back home with the Father, absolutely. And the journey for all people, what every human being is missing is the real world. They are missing being home with the Father. And so that's why when they forgive the mothers, they forgive the father, their earthly father, they start the journey back to the real Father. And on that journey, you go through all type of thoughts and emotions and worries and doubt. It's like you're going through an ego death.
So then, so okay.
This
Now,
is
that
so
part with
deep,
the-
man. I don't know what to do with it. Go ahead.
I mean, I apologize. I didn't want to take up y'all time or whatever. I know you got a lot of people to help out. But the the forgiving my mom part, right?
Yeah.
So what you're telling me, that's like that's the key.
Yes. That's the beginning of returning back home to your natural nature, to your natural Father. Because you've forgiven now, because that anger heart cannot enter into that place. Because anyone that has anger, they have hatred, they are of their father, the devil, and they are evil, and they cannot enter into the light. But when you forgive, you make such a good point, because the problem with the average human being, they wonder, who will I be if I don't have the thoughts? Who will I be if I don't have the feelings? Who will I be if I don't identify with somebody or something? They're afraid to let go of this illusion because they're afraid they will be nobody. They will be what will I be? But they don't know that they'll be themselves.
Man, this is something else, what I tell you. So when I forgave my mom, cause I forgave my mama. I did it over the phone. Though. Does that count? I didn't see her face to face.
So repeat that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said I forgave my mother, but I did it over the phone, not face to face. Does that count?
That's fine. How did it?
Oh, I mean, I could still see her.
What did you say to her when you talked to her?
Oh, she was pissed. Man, if that lady could jump through that phone and wring my neck. Hey,
what the? But
for real. But
good,
you know
you're
what?
fine. You don't need to go back and do that anymore.
Oh,
you
thank God.
need to just watch these false thoughts that you're doing. And the thing that's telling you to kill yourself, those are evil spirits in your imagination and the emotion that you have been identifying with, and you have been calling them you. But they made a home in your mind. They want to dwell in your mind. They want to control you and make you do and think the things you don't want to do and think, because they live in the minds of human beings. And if you continue with this light, going away back home to the Father, they will have to leave your body. The light of the Father will take the darkness, which is other thoughts and emotions, away from you. They will have to depart from you and go find a home in another human being. And they don't want to leave you. And so they cry, kill yourself, kill yourself. And they're trying to make you think that it's you telling you to kill yourself because they don't want to leave your body. That's not you telling you that at all.
It felt so like me though.
Because it was in the body. The feelings were in the body that came from the thoughts. But you're not your body, and you're not the feelings that in the body. The feelings are in the emotions in the body, but it's not in you. The real you have no emotions, up or down.
I like that.
The real you have no wants, have no need. The real you have never been mad or angry. Your real you never been fearful, has never had fear. It's impossible. It's this fake you that wants to destroy you that has all that stuff, all that emotion. A free you feel none of those. The real you feel none of those things. It's the fake you. All the trouble that human beings have and are having It's coming from the fake self. It's not coming from the real self.
So the evil spirit, demons, and the devil is real. That's what he's saying.
It's real in the sense that it is an illusion. It's not real in real life.
It's not real in real life.
No. That
But it'll
place,
make us do.
you know that place that you live where there's nothing?
Yeah.
That's real life. And there's no evil there at all.
Okay.
Evil cannot enter into real life. It cannot enter into that place. That's why you must forgive first so that the spirit of evil can be taken away from you so that you can enter into that real place.
So evil is not in the real life.
No.
It's an illusion.
Right.
Oh, that's why it messes play in your head.
Yeah, 100%. When it was telling you to kill yourself, it was an illusion telling you to kill yourself. Because how you going to tell you to kill you? That doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Are there two
It don't make no sense.
Are there two people? Who's telling who to kill themselves?
That's why last night I'm like, who is in this room with me? Or like, what's going on? Like, bro, I don't want to kill myself.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
That's not you telling you that either. Those spirits are upset because you have surrendered to the light of God, and the light is working on the truth, which is the light, is working for you now 24 hours in a day. It never stops. It cannot stop. It won't stop. It is working on your behalf. The darkness trying to tell you it's not working. Oh, it's not working. It's taking too long. It's too hard.
Yeah, boy.
It's not true. The light is working. That's why the darkness is telling you that it's not working, because it is working for you, and God will never stop working for you. He's going to bring you all the way home to the present, to right now. Everything is in right now, except your illusions.
Evil spirit is that mad. It'd rather kill. It'd rather,
well, it wants to
it's that mad.
Yeah, it wants to take your life because you are a son of God, and they can't get to God, so they're trying to go after the son.
They trying to backdoor God. Okay.
And so they want to kill you because you're the son of God, and the darkness hates the light. It hates God.
But it's a real battle going on there. This is a real fight.
100%, but it's not your fight. It's your letting go and observing the fight. You need to watch it. Don't call it you. Don't do anything about it. Don't call it good or bad. And don't fight. Just be aware of it. That's all you need to do.
As simple as you said that, man, you know that's hard to, like, grasp it.
But don't worry.
Don't do nothing. Just watch.
And don't try to grasp it. The truth is with you, buddy. Otherwise, you wouldn't know about the quiet place. So the truth is with you. The truth got it for you. You don't need to do anything. Don't try to make yourself believe or anything. Just watch. The beauty about the truth, about the light, all you have to do is watch. It's like when the sun come up in the morning time, it's so bright, right? You look out the window and the sun is there, right?
Yeah.
And you can see everything around you, right?
Yes, sir.
That same light, which is the light of God, is in you too. And when you watch, you're seeing everything around you. You're seeing the thoughts lying to you about your feelings. You're seeing the thoughts lying to you about your reputation. You're seeing the thought lying about you, nobody likes you. You're seeing the thought lying to you, telling you how awful you are, how no good you are, how this. It's all lies, but the fact the light is on, you can see the lies in the same way you can see the physical earth when the sun is shining.
Now that sounds like something working on or working for.
Yeah, you're
That
just seeing
sounds
the
beautiful.
the light is on, and the light. You're now seeing the darkness. Now that the light is on, the darkness of the imagination is being illuminated, so you can see all the thoughts and emotions. Don't call them you; they're demons.
I can do that. I can do that. I could keep watch and not do nothing, not fight back. I think that's what I was doing, fighting back.
Yeah, there's nothing for you to fight. Present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. Present all that to God by not fighting. He is trying to fight that for you, those spirits. So, and when you don't fight back, but you just observe, you're presenting that to God, and that's what He's changing your whole nature and everything.
Oh, that's how you present yourself. Okay, okay, I'm understanding now.
Yeah,
All right.
you're presenting loneliness, you're presenting suicidal thoughts, you're presenting anger, you're presenting revenge, you're presenting doubt and fear and worry and all illusion unto God when you don't fight. And you're presenting your body, okay, God, take my body. And He would take it over and He would take those things out of your body. Because you're presenting them to Him rather than you trying to fight them, because you can't fight spirits. Spirits have to deal with spirits.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. I present myself to God, and I don't want to fight no more. Clean me up and let me inside.
And when
I don't want to go outside no more.
And right. And when you at night, when they tell you kill yourself, just know those are spirits. They're in that very moment while you're sleeping, they're having pain because the light is still shining on them while you're even asleep. God, the truth is now working for you while you're sleeping. And the spirits of evil are having a fit about it. So they're like, kill yourself. You ain't this, you ain't that. Don't go to work. Do this. Don't pay any attention. Don't argue. Don't call it good or bad. Don't call it you. You need not obey. Don't obey them.
Got you.
Let me know how it goes. You stay with it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Bless you and the crew.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes.
Bye. So, guys, good morning again. And what I want to do is play some sound bites and get you guys' response to this situation. Some of you know about that sad situation in Dallas, Texas, where a black guy has been accused, and I think they said he admitted, taking a knife to a track meet. Who take a weapon to a track meet? I grew up, when I was in high school, I ran track. And they used to be so much fun, not only going out with your track team, but meeting other track team people. Outdoors, running and doing the disc thing and all kinds of stuff. I never imagined that one day some black guy would take a knife to a track meet. You know something on your mind when you do that. And it ain't about running track. But anyway, this black guy by the name of Carmelo Anthony, is that right, Carmelo?
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony. And he has been accused, and according to the report, admitted to stabbing and killing a white track star, track runner. And this boy that he killed or accused of killing had a twin brother. Can you imagine? And he died, according to the report, in his twin brother arm. Can you imagine that at the trap meet? And it's a sad conversation. And probably so far the saddest story I have to report to you this year. And so here's some update on what's happening. So what you might not know that after this black boy was arrested, some black judge lowered his bail, and he's out of jail. And
female judge too.
Huh?
Female judge too.
Black female, Lord have mercy. And ever since he's been out of jail, they started a GoFundMe page, and they're raising buku money, not for the victim, but for the person that's been accused to create a victim, the black guy. And so and then they're saying that this black boy, his folks are now living high on the hall, beautiful home behind a gated fence, expensive car, diamond in the rough. Amazing. So here's the update. This Fox News. The family of accused killer Carmelo Anthony read a prepared statement from their attorney during a press conference on Thursday. Fox News, chaos unfolded during the press conference in Dallas Thursday after the spokesman for Camilla Anthony took jabs at Austin Metcalf, father, the white boy's father, who was escorted from the site of the event before it began. Watch this from X and ABC.
If you take a look at your screen now, what you are looking at is video of Jeff Metcalf being escorted out of the co-working space where the Next Gen Action Network's office is by Dallas Police. You see that there. Jeff Metcalf, the gentleman who is wearing the sunglasses and the blue shirt who's being escorted out, is the father of Austin Metcalf.
And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case.
What he has failed into? What do I mean? Failed into. And so that was the attorney, I guess, for the black boy.
I would never believe not one word he ever said out of his mouth.
Was that the black boy Anthony standing back there with the hair like?
I didn't
funny hair?
I didn't even notice.
It might have been, actually. I was like, who's that?
I think that was him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Can you show a screenshot?
No,
of him?
I don't think
can you show like a freeze frame?
That's not him. I'm looking at it on the. It's not
no,
Anthony.
It totally looked like him. It looked like a black Muslim, but I think it's that black boy. I may be wrong. It just
every black doesn't look as alike, Jesse.
Like Carmelo, though, that's not him.
Right,
no, I think you're right. It's not.
Yeah,
Joel's right.
He's old.
This guy
looks like an older guy.
He just got the black.
This guy's
head.
not skinny enough, even.
Okay. Well, Camilla Anthony's mother broke down in tears as she unleashed on critics, painted the Anthony family as victims. Watch this, Annette.
In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Carmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser, and the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds, and it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made.
That might be the daddy.
Yeah, is that her husband?
I don't know. When she's crying, she's lying.
Wow. Stand up a little bit so they can see.
Nice. Hold on.
Yeah,
that guy with the bow tie looked older now.
It might be the daddy.
He looked old.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he's older than the son. And last, here is Anthony's mother saying Carmelo was raised in a two-parent home with stability. Would a stable person take a knife to a track meet? Watch this from X.
I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution, we believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
When she's crying, she's lying.
She says stability, but she was emotional.
Yeah. We'll let that one go.
We'll let that one go. She was just like excited.
So you raised her to. Here is Minister Dominique Alexander. He compares Anthony to Kyle Rittenhouse and Daniel Penny. Watch this.
These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views. Sarah, she's even came after me. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I asked, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had, Daniel Penna, and all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was. He should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Kyle Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back.
In the back.
We got that. And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody said anything.
That's a lie right there.
Not one person was shot in the back, right?
What?
He's a minister. Oh, okay. So
The minister.
Not one Kyle Rittenhouse person was shot in the back.
Not
right?
one.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
The
one.
minister called for community overwhelming support, stating that Black Americans don't need to pull the race card. It's what they live. Last soundbite. Here we go.
Since they tried to come for us, I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them the community united can never be divided. And I'm gonna say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, Black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day. It's what we have to teach our children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time that I'm a Black man in America.
That's a preacher.
Man.
Black minister called for. That's a preacher. Joel, you black. We'll start with the black man first.
Man, for one, that preacher is a complete liar. He cannot be trusted on anything. Just everything he's saying, you could tell he's lying. He's making up a narrative. It's just the devil in a pastor's title. But the one thing I will say to the mother is that one thing I will say is that she shouldn't. All these like death threats and all that stuff they're getting and like probably backlash shouldn't be happening. I can agree to that. Nobody should be in their business trying to threaten their lives or put their families' lives at risk. People are probably frustrated, so I understand that, but it doesn't mean that they should do that. But they're not being entirely honest about the situation. This boy came to the track meet with a knife, and in the result of a tussle, he stabbed the boy, and that's uncalled for. But they're not. It doesn't seem like I didn't see the whole press conference, but it doesn't seem like they're even addressing that part of it.
Yeah.
And then the house and the car, after doing a little research, wasn't bought from the GoFundMe. They already had that previously.
They had a nice house.
They were already well-to-do.
Yeah, they were already
behind a
well
gated
off.
fence.
Yeah, they were already.
Is
there.
it next door to Louis Farrakhan?
But
maybe the guy has a bow tie like a Louis Farrakhan type.
But they're just not being entirely honest.
Because a necktie resembles a noose, and so blacks don't like wearing neckties.
Oh, so but the bow tie ain't a necktie,
right?
And go ahead.
Sorry, Joel.
Well, I forgot the last point I was gonna make, but I just can't believe I'm really like outdone with that preacher. that was blowing my mind how he flat out lied. But yeah, I just think they're not entirely being truthful.
Hey, you white, and you say?
Yeah, that preacher puts Benjamin Crump to shame in terms of the shamelessness.
It sounds like
the
Benjamin.
ridiculous blackness. And you've written articles about how and done segments about how black parents brainwash their children into this fear and hatred of whites. And you just saw it right there in front of the woman. The woman put her daughter in that state of fear of sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Not the outside people. The outside people couldn't even touch the girl.
I don't even know if you tell the truth about that.
Yeah.
I don't even imagine no teenage black girl talking about mama, I'm scared to sleep in my room.
Yeah.
Behind a gated fence.
It's dramatics for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Austin Metcalf's father has been all about forgiveness. This is not a race thing. It's a human thing. Peace. Let's all be, unity. I could see him getting this Christian idea in his head, so-called Christian, that let me be there and be a show of peace and unity at this press conference thing. I don't know that, but I could picture, based on how he's been acting, that I've seen in front of the camera, trying to say, no, this is not a division political thing. This is just a human thing. That's probably maybe what his intention was when he went to that press conference.
Like a silly thought in his mind.
Yeah,
Let me just go and try to be in peace, even though
trying to be a Christian.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And so that guy is being disrespectful, not him, not the father of the victim.
The black guy.
Yeah.
And Anchor Baby. Now, because you are Anchor Baby, you like all color. You represent the whole country.
Globalist.
You
creation of globalism.
And you say?
They say, they bring this, they're doing everything that they're blaming the other people for. Like they're saying they're making it political, but they're the ones talking about racism, making it political themselves. They're talking about we're under attack, but because you took it on, no one asked you to take on Carmelo's fight. Yeah, he's your son, but I have asked so many people, what would you do if it was your son in this situation? And a lot of people just have this common sense approach, like I would let him face the consequences. And so there's a lot that they're taking on that they're blaming others for. And it's crazy how you see the fact that the world is not hard on, that America is not hard on crime, and that's the simple solution, really is a charge on the people on how little love they have. That's all they had to do, just be hard on crime, but they won't do it.
Yeah.
Because
That's
they're
a good
afraid,
point, man.
they're evil, they're all that.
And mainly not hard on crime with the blacks. They want to be soft on crime with the blacks to get over across the board, because you would think that people would think that like yes, this happens too much in the black community, that doesn't mean we're picking on them. That just means that they're out of control.
Yeah,
But instead, it's like, oh, the jails are filled up with black people. Then that means that we're picking on them. No, it's that like they're not getting their act together and it's getting worse.
And I saw. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I saw this about them not receiving that money, and I saw that too, Joel, with Joel, and it seems like they had money and all that, but it's interesting how they're still evil with money, you know?
Yeah.
All over their posts, they're talking about how the other family, they're not together, and that's why they're mad. And it's just always pointing at others.
True.
Yeah.
I thought it was originally, that's why you have to always wait some time, but I thought that these black people were living somewhere else, and when they got the government money, moved into the...
That's not the case,
But they're
apparently.
saying that they were already there.
Yeah, they may have moved to places, but it wasn't on the give, send, go money.
What kind of job they have that they can live behind a fence?
I don't know, but on one of
Texas,
these
too.
on one of your networks shows, somebody showed that it was an upcoming Punchy TV.
Yeah, we got into this on Punchy.
Oh.
In 2023, she's like manifesting, blessed.
manifested
She
this.
showed this beautiful house and car
Oh.
that they had gotten. So
Nick, how can they compare Kyle Rittenhouse and Daniel Penny's situation to this situation? I don't know how one relates to the other.
It really doesn't.
Because the black boy was the one that was accused with the knife and killed the white boy.
The
How
only way it relates is the race thing.
Oh.
And that's what they're thinking of. That's the only, they're not seeing the details. Kyle didn't shoot them in the back like they're saying, like, because they don't care about that. They're just seeing the race. So that's the only way it relates. And it should show, but nobody wants to say.
they're pretending it's self-defense.
What self-defense?
What the boy did.
Let me take a break. I'll start with you, Joel. Quick yes or no and a short why or why not. Should the father have shown up to this press conference with Camilo Anthony's family? Carmelo.
Wait,
Why is Carmelo a man name or a woman name?
Carmelo? I think it's a black name, black man name.
How is it different from Camilla that ran for president?
Well, that's Kamala or Camilla. This is Carmelo. When you add an O, it's supposed to be the masculine.
And so this is a black African name?
I think it's just a black.
I ain't
name.
never heard of no Camilla growing up.
Carmelo.
Right.
Camilo.
But anyway, because of time, should the white father have shown up to the press conference?
No, I don't think he should have showed up.
And why not?
Because even if he's trying to do it for peace, he don't need to be there. Like, he just need to have the peace within himself that he's not mad at the son. He don't need to try to make friends or try to prove a point. That they're just not in his business to do. And plus, the blacks, that's not going to make them feel better about him. They're just going to be how they are. So I think it was just like James said, a thought in his head that maybe a Christian thought that this might be nice, but I don't think it did any good.
Should the father have shown up, Anchor Baby?
Nah.
Yeah. If not, if yes or no, and why or why not?
Honestly,
why not or why so?
I'm of the thinking that, like, if it was the right thing, it would have been evident. And if it was the Christian, like, if it was going to have some Christian good effect, it would have happened. But what I'm saying is, essentially, I personally would stay out of such kind of things. Because it's like, what are you trying to fight? Who are you trying to fight here? Are you really going to get them to, like, what is the motive? What is the end goal? And I don't see one. I don't see the end goal here.
Maybe the father should have worn one of those tie-dye shirts and stood outside of the event.
Speak into the mic.
Maybe the father should have worn one of those tie-dye shirts. Remember those shirts?
The hippie ones?
Uh-huh.
With the all the colors?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he should have stood on the outside of the event and been singing, "All we are saying, give peace a chance."
It's about what his intentions might have been.
Huh?
It's about what his intentions might have been. Some
Nick doesn't remember all we are saying is give peace a chance.
hippie Christian stuff.
Tell
Hippie, war, anti-war. What is it? Is it the Beatles or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No.
When they
Something
had,
familiar.
back in the 60s when they were having that Vietnam War,
Oh, yeah.
the white people went out to empty lands over in the desert, and they were like, smoking pot and dancing and having a good time. And they were singing, "Oh, we," and they had tie-dye shirts on. I love those shirts.
I've only ever seen that parodied.
And they
now
were
that I think
singing,
about it.
"All we are saying is give peace a chance."
Amazing.
Okay. So you say no, the father should not have shown up, the white father.
I say no.
And you say, should he have shown up, yes or no? And if not, if so, why or why not?
I can't really say whether he should or shouldn't. I kind of think no, he shouldn't, especially after hearing you guys. But I don't think that that the black guy was characterizing it correctly, because he went there to be respectful, I think, based on how I've seen the father act. Now, the father, in my opinion, is too Christian, too fake peace loving. But still, he meant well. But no, he shouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
Because this is a hate meeting. It was hate, blame, and victimhood on display.
Ain't no way in the world that man should have shown up at a black press conference. They going against his son. They're talking about his family.
True.
And they're talking about racism and all that. They took the black, especially a black preacher, they used that to their advantage to say, see the racism. Yeah, nobody showing up here. This is racism and this is stuff.
Just total lies, though, and slander.
In short, what I think about this whole situation, knowing how things used to be, and I grew up on a plantation down in Alabama, there is no way that this thing with black and white people should be happening, period. This is all a made-up, illusionary game. It's about money. You heard the preacher, they're never going to let it go. It brings in money.
Yeah.
It's this black and white fight between white people and black people is so unnecessary. It's a made-up thing. It's about money and perceived power. And these people use it year in and year out. Imagine teaching what this black guy was saying to young black kids who live with white people now, who play with white people, they know white people. They going to believe this kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's the problem.
It's just pure evil. This should not, it's pure evil. This should not, it's not true. It should not be happening. And it was started by the so-called leadership of America. And it's a sad thing it has gotten this far. I never imagined it would get this far. In the good old days, if a black boy had killed a white boy, I can hear the blacks now. Take that boy to jail.
Yeah.
He had no business carrying no knives to know. They speak like that. He had no business carrying no knives to know who take a knife to entrap me. Who take a knife? What do you expect going to happen if you take a weapon to a thing? You're going to use it one way or another.
And it's keeping him from actually getting better. It's keeping the black people from getting better because you're not allowing them to suffer the consequences to wake them up. You're protecting them, especially this little boy. There should be consequences for his actions. I bet
this little boy loving this. He probably think, I had no idea I was going to become a hero.
Yeah.
I'm killing
crazy.
a white man.
And it's setting up for it to happen more.
What's whole crazy about this, just like that story Nick dealt with the Mexican guy, El Salvador, you dealt with that too, right? Have you dealt with that yet?
I don't think so.
This El Salvador guy that Trump took back to the gang member here in L.A. I mean, in Texas somewhere, wherever he was. And they took him back to El Salvador. Now the Democrats are trying to bring the illegal alien gang member back to the country.
The guy actually met with him now.
Yeah. Oh, he did meet him?
Did a photo op with him. Mm-hmm. Yep. At first, they didn't let him.
Right.
But then they
should not have allowed that guy to do that.
Yeah, I know.
When did we get...
The Democrat visited the illegal in the prison.
They got to a point where they are now calling the criminals victims.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And this guy they put him in prison, his people like him have killed people, American citizens.
What did he do really quick, the guy?
Came illegally in 2011 at 16, was allegedly a gang member, had been in trouble with his wife sometimes.
And with the law, too.
Right.
Because he had gone to court for something, and they were going to deport him,
Yeah.
some type of crime. I can't remember. And they were going to deport him, but the lawyer convinced the judge not to send him back to El Salvador because the gang members over there were going to kill him. And so the judge like, okay, send him anywhere then. He just can't stay here. And then Trump sent him back to El Salvador, and they act like he a victim.
They pretend like it was a mistake.
It wasn't no mistake.
What a mess.
This, folks, I know. I grew up in Alabama, right? And I remember there was a time when there was no civil rights movement. And at that time, everybody relied on themselves. They treated each other the way they would like to be treated, and they knew it was a spiritual thing, good and bad people. And white people and black people who understood that got along. Those who did not, the blacks and the whites who didn't understand, they were mad, they got along. This is not necessary. It's about money. It's all about money. It's so I can't believe it. It's so unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. And then the Salvador guy was accused of beating his wife a couple of times. They showed the police report. When he beat her. Yes.
As she comes out with my husband is such a good person, and the donation, give, send, go, and I'm like, when was this? When was he good? Like,
a lot of that money coming in. Her husband was a good man.
It's common in that culture, by the way.
Did you get money?
No. Slapping around sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They call the messing man macho.
Yeah.
Machismo.
Machismo.
Something like that. Yeah, Joel.
Machismo. Do you think, as a question, do you think that there is this mainly like more than money? Maybe this is like the high, like the thrill from victimhood.
It's definitely a thrill.
But you think that the money is
the money and the power is the driving force.
Okay.
Really, it's the driving force. It's always been the driving force. When I was growing up in Alabama, I didn't know you couldn't play with white people. So when I went to Indiana, my best friend was white, because I didn't know you couldn't play with the white. In Alabama, on a plantation, under the Jim Crow law. And I didn't find out that you couldn't play with the whites until I moved to Indiana. And when they elected the first black mayor, all hell broke loose. I was like, what the? And I had a white friend, we were good friends. He used to help me in my mechanical drawing class. Have you ever taken mechanical drawing?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't? No. I didn't either until I had to take the class. And I had no idea how to do mechanical drawing. Zero. And he used to help me with my class, with my homework and stuff. But he was like crazy. He was crazy in that when we used to be in class, he liked to play around a lot, make jokes and do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
He used to, you know how sometimes the skin on your nail, around your nail thing come off? Uh-huh. He used to pull it off and he's like, hey, Jesse. I'm like, what? He's like, look. And he would pull the skin off and suck the blood.
That is crazy.
That is
he would turn it into
That's
a performance.
That is psychotic in an awesome way. I'm going to make sure, too.
So you're talking about the cuticle? This is the cuticle? Is that what it's called?
You know how the skin around the
nail...
No,
I shouldn't have asked.
Right. You know, sometimes the skin get dry.
Yeah.
And it stands up and you pull it off.
Yeah.
Right?
It don't have to be dry.
Or you get... or you get like a hangnail in there sometimes.
Yeah.
And he would bite the nail off. And blood would pop out.
I'm going to instill fear in my enemies.
And he would pull, and the blood would pop out. He's like, Jesse. I was like, what? Look.
Jeez.
He used to do stupid stuff in the cafeteria and everything. You know how white people are. But I didn't know you couldn't play with white people.
That's interesting.
Until then. This is not white people and black people. You've been played. You've been used. We're supposed to be getting along the best we can. And we're supposed to hang out with who we want to hang out with. And who we don't have to. It's like that. It used to be that way. I had black friends too. But I just got along with the ones that got along with me. What a mess. I can't believe it's so out of control.
Yeah, it's gotten worse. I feel like it's more insane than it ever has been.
It is.
It was always ridiculous. But it's like off the deep end ridiculous. I don't think it's just money though. I don't think it may be
it's not just money.
Because people love this drama.
It's a thrill
and
too.
Jump on a lie.
It is a thrill too, but it's about like that black preacher, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, that keep them in position of power.
Yeah, it's ego.
Look how much money and private planes Al Sharpton got from this. And Al Sharpton represents nothing but evil.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like the black people, one of their leaders.
Yeah.
It's for money and power.
That's true. There's only like a handful of ridiculous blacks. And now there's it's a whole industry of ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them
blacks.
now. Because each generation is learning that you can get money and power. Look how crazy that woman from Texas, that cuss and carried on.
Jasmine
Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett. That woman, in the good old days, blacks would have never voted for her.
I saw footage of her being all sensible and educated.
Was she high?
And in the years ago.
Oh.
And now she puts on this black.
Yeah,
black
maybe they
thing.
encourage her to do it, or it brings her some Instagram clicks or something.
Because it's successful.
Yeah, it's
Right.
she's
Think about
doing
it,
well. It's helping her.
Yeah, financially and stuff.
Yeah.
But
There's a false power in even the individual, I think. The person even just clicking the Instagram Black Lives Matter thing who's not necessarily getting money, there's probably a false power in that. And saying, you know what, we're together.
Yeah.
And now you can walk in the street and look at a white person and be like, you are evil, blah, blah,
But
blah.
just think about this, and then I get to the cause. This black guy accused, and he admitted that he did it. It's not like he didn't say he didn't do it. Just think, this black guy took a knife to a track meet, according to the story, and killed someone with it, and he is presented as a hero. They got the boy out of jail, dressed him up in a nice suit, put him in a nice SUV, got bodyguards, and the media is all about him.
My question is more so not like, how did this happen? But more so like, how are they getting away with it?
White people afraid.
But that's the crazy thing to me. It's like there's one thing that's to make a claim, like the blacks to make a claim, like this is
Right.
but it's another thing for it to be believed and allowed.
Yeah.
Because it's so insane.
But the white people have false sympathy long time ago for it, rather than shutting the blacks down right away by telling, I'm not your problem.
Yeah.
I'm not your problem. I don't hate you. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't raised my own family.
Yeah.
If they had shut this down during the civil rights movement, it wouldn't have gotten this far. It would not have gotten this far.
That is such a good summary, Jesse, that it shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening. That is a good summary of the law.
Right.
Didn't you just try and do that right? The summary of the law is in one thing. It shouldn't be happening.
It
literally
shouldn't be
just
happening.
and everything, all the response, getting mad at blacks, the people with their theories online, whatever. None of it should be
It
happening.
should not be happening. That's what's so crazy about it.
It should be a local story, really.
Yeah, it should
And-
just a black guy in Dallas shot and killed somebody. I mean,
That's the
stabbed
best.
someone.
That's the best thing for how to treat this story.
Yeah.
But it happened because of this nationwide, worldwide, really push against white people and push to cater to the blacks.
Yeah.
That's why it happened, and the reaction to it is why it's going to get worse.
Black people are being used for destruction.
Yeah.
Total destruction. That's what this is, destruction. They're making money and power, perceived power, and they're using the blacks for it. This black preacher, how a preacher going to say we live with it? Who live with this? Nobody live with this.
Being black in America, and he brought Trump into it.
Right. And the blacks voted for Trump.
Right.
You wanted to say something about the white father going to the press conference.
Right.
You say?
I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Don't tap on it.
Oh, sorry.
And why not?
It's a public event. I mean, the information is going to be out there online, so why not?
But the white man knew that these black people don't like him, and they weren't going to let him speak at the event.
I'm not sure if he knew that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure because his first interview, his first public interview, he said that he forgave
That's what
the
he
family.
said, but they ain't said they forgave.
I'm not sure if he did any further research into the family, but
Right.
you know, this is a public event. This information is going to be out, so I don't see anything wrong with him going out there and listening.
Yeah, it's not
And,
like he had to be invited, huh?
Right.
The guy said he was not invited.
Would you go to a black
Oh, I
news
wanted to
conference?
let him finish. Sorry.
I was going to say I don't even think you had to be invited to this event, right?
Right. I'm sure you didn't have to be invited.
Yeah, and you know, and I know if I was the father, yeah, I'd want some answers. I'd want to hear what they have to say, and this would be a great moment for the family to actually forgive, like come face to face with the father and just have a nice moment of forgiveness.
Any black people doing that lately?
Imagine if
they didn't do it.
It could have been a
but it could
beautiful
have been
moment.
a beautiful moment. Yeah,
They could have hugged it out.
Yeah, right.
Shaking hands, hugged it out, a show of unity.
There's no money in that.
I know, but that's
ain't no GoFundMe
so
page
it
gonna
sounds like
happen.
it sounds like this Christian man agrees with me that Christian man who the white man was trying to be Christian.
Well, it was a nice hope, but realistically, he should have known that wasn't going to be the case with them.
Yeah,
but it's
I don't know if
good,
he
but
should have known
I
because
agree,
he doesn't
though.
know black people.
I agree though with both of you guys saying like that's the right thing to do, but in this moment, like these black people don't care about the white thing to do; they don't care about the truth.
Yeah,
so
read the room.
The black preacher said, "Black Americans don't need to pull the race card. It's what we live." So you think that they want this white man at their comforts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
I mean, he said that after he was kicked out.
Let's
So
get the white man on the show.
the white man.
And I want to ask him, why did he go?
Yeah, that's
I want to hear from his mouth.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, get him on the show. That way we don't have to try to figure it out.